It's been 3 days since Sumuro's defeat. Masita and So have left, leaving only Christy and I at the mansion. We've not had any mark bearers arrive, nor any new info on any spirits. This footstep keeps drawing closer.
お疲れ様です。
Did you obtain any clues? No, nothing really. I hoped, but I see. Lady Saya's studies seem optional or contain something of interest. Dean and I just finished investigating Saya Kujo's studies. It had been full of mountains of specialized books and piles of reports. It was a daunting task, but we did our best to search through them regardless. Except it was all futile. Everything was about healing the spirit. Nothing mentioned the mark at all. Hey, Mr. Yakisi, do you think it's useless to keep sits in the mansion? You have any other ideas then? Well, remember what I said about Ace Fine? Right, of course you would. I was thinking, maybe the fine is connected to all the spirit. That was Simuel's notes said, right? Everything happened in the forest is the divine wrath of Ace Fine. Do you think the mark and the spirit activity are because of this divine wrath? It's definitely a possibility. Disasters happen in many ghost stories and myths because of the wrath of the gods. Isn't there any value into looking it? Maybe. Exactly what I expect from you. Always so quick on the update. Really booming with confidence. She seems in a much better mood than she was 3 days ago. She's a famous reporter after all, so maybe this is what she's really like. So Millie, I'd like to go see Ace Fine. You don't mind, do you? It is true many impressive rumors surround that forest. If the cause of Ace Fine, there may be some clues there. But even if there are, it is spiritual, then how is normal humans like us supposed to find it? And I don't have any spiritual power. Could you bring me along with you to Ace Fine? I should be able to sense the presence of anything spiritual. I can act as a guide as well. You know that fine? Yes, in truth, it defines the guardian deity of the Kuju family. Over the generations, the head has taken care of that fine. However, that came to an end after the recent war was solved. As one who serves the Kujos, I am concerned about his present state. And bringing you along with me, and I have to kill you, don't I? As it is impossible for me to walk, I would agree with that assessment. Sorry to inconvenience you. An overgrown forest in the dead of night. I'm not looking forward to having to carry me all the way to the farm. You look worn out and we haven't left. Small price to pay if we can get any hints about the spirits. That's true. I think Mary's eager about this suit, so we'll just have to deal with it, I suppose. Okay, let's go back to the forest. Before we leave, we put Mary in the back seat. Thank God she's not as heavy as she looks. I should be able to carry her just fine. By the way, Mr. Casey, have you read the files over there? It points to the right side of the room and cells packed with files. Not yet. I've set most of the mountain, but I haven't checked the garage. Oh, really? You can go to file and flip through the pages. Look like articles on various crimes. The clipping covers every incident in each city and the surrounding area. But Miss Cujo looking into criminal activity? Maybe it look related to the mark? No, not as far as I can tell. These are all extremely old. The most recent is dated 5 years ago. He puts the file back. Alright, so we head out soon? I park outside the entrance of the forest and gather Mary into my arms. Make our way to the familiar arts. There's still a long way to go. A middle-aged man carrying a doll. You're practically a ghost story yourself if someone sees you here. I'm very sorry to cause you such trouble. It's up to me as I hold her. Her skin and hair glinted truthfully when the light from the flashlight catches them. I have not been inside. No. I have not been outside in a long time, and to go hiking in the arms of such a fine gentleman. This is a very precious experience. He sounds as dispassionate as ever, but is he actually having fun? Just as the rumors say, this forest is filled with the curses and resentment of the dead. Simply, their presence is enough to drive the living mad. This land is tainted. I can see why they're giving birth to monstrous spirits. I bet if you track down the cause of it, it will be the divine wrath. Let's hurry to the shrine. No toy gate with no trouble. Stand and watch for a while, but nothing comes out of the beehives. Seems to be sleeping. It is most likely because Simeo is now gone. Each find is up those stone steps. The very direction we walk towards the gate. A small black shadow floats across our feet. It's that rabbit again. So this is the rabbit you told me about, Lord Yukishi. You are correct, it is very cute. It stares up at the two of us, then disappears towards the shrine. What in the world was that about? What do you think, Mary? I felt a strange presence. It appeared to be possessed by some kind of soul. So it's a spirit, too. Indeed, though it does not appear strong enough to give much to humans. We know nothing of its true nature, so please proceed with caution. We follow the rabbit under the toy gate and up the stone steps. At the top we find the wilderness creeping in. There doesn't seem to be anything here but an old altar. Is this a shrine? Sadly, it had fallen into disrepair. The war was over 50 years ago. I suppose it was to be expected. That black rabbit is gone. Deserted shrines give me the creeps. Let's hurry up and get to searching so we don't stay here long. Endless Buddha statues are buried into the ground. Creepy. I wonder what happened here. There's a sacred samurai rope on a ragged boulder. I wonder if that boulder is an Iwaka. What's that? According to ancient Shinto traditions, it's a sacred rock that gods descended on. Not common for the rock itself to become an object of devotion. If I remember correctly, wasn't that also one of the things from for the characters from Toho? One of the characters things was essentially was something similar like this, with essentially with a giant boulder. I forget her name now, but I know that was one of them. And now we got the shrine itself. It's a wooden shrine altar. Cloud of mirror serves as the ghost in tide. Looks like it's true that no one's taken care of this place for a long time. Peeked inside the earth just in case, but all I find is a thick layer of dust. The ghost enter outside and the altar empty. That's concerning. I don't think there's any more we can search. The Buddha statues concern me. Why are all the ones with the shrines missing their heads? Shinto and Buddhism were ordered to be separated during the Meiji period. Before then, many shrines were dedicated to both. Each shrine was much the same, but in the Meiji period, there was a push to make Shinto the main religion. The faiths were forced apart. Extremists saw the Buddha statues from shrine and desecrated them later. Well, the famous anti-Buddhist movement. So this is where that happened? No, it was done in the public space as they wanted to make a show of it. The broken statue were carried here to serve as memorial for worship. The Kujo family head was said to be aggrieved, so he moved them in secret. Seeing that all the broken statues from around a city were buried here. Strange. You said they were worshipped, but this place is pretty much a ruin. You have a keen eye, Lord Yakishi. The find was so completely developed and the statues were stolen. They came all the way into this huge forest just to carry off broken statues? Who would do something like that? That I do not know. I merely heard they were stolen 50 years ago, around the time of the war. So the statues were broken, thrown away, and then dug up. They say the Buddha has a worth of patience, but even he gets angry. Could that anger turn into divine wrath and give birth to the Martian spirit? Mary, have you been able to feel the presence of any spirits or whatever? About that, this land is much more foreboding than I had imagined. The enemy of the forest fought all else. It is hard to sense beneath it. There's too much background noise, right? Yes, although I do sense the same presence at Lady Christine's mark, however. Faint. I'm sure that spirit that gave her the mark is somewhere in the forest. After all that, we weren't able to reconfirm something we already knew. Forgive me, I was unable to. You don't have to apologize, Mary. We learned plenty about you here. What do you mean? I'll tell you on the way back. But let's get the hell out of here. This place gives me the creep. Maybe it's the ear wheel Mary sense. We leave Ace fine, walking down the beast trail towards the forest entrance. Maybe it's because of that strange tail, but for some reason I feel like someone is watching us from the darkness of the trees. We begin driving back to the mansion. As we break out of the forest, I can see buildings light pop up here and there. Well, that was a complete waste of time. My anxiety lifted. I didn't even bother to filter the words that slip out of my mouth. Oh, I don't think that's true. It's all coming together for me. Without further ado, Christine starts acting unsure, passive evident in her voice. I believe Simeo was right. He's finding everything what's causing all the strange stuff in the forest. I'm sure it's those stolen statues. Would you agree? I wonder. Looks like we just don't have enough info at this point to say one way or the other. But there's no denying that a lot of strange things are going on in that forest. Between all the suicides and Simeo wandering around, it can't be coincidence, could it? If we research the find, we might learn more about the mark. I feel that it's a lot safer than risking our lives looking for the spirit. Don't you think? You might be right. Butterflies are half-hearted, which isn't what Christine was hoping for. Lucy falls silent. An awkward and comfortable silence settles. Lord Keith, please stop the car. Ray speaks for the first time since we entered the car. What is it? I sense a presence similar to Lady Christine's mark close by. Following Mary's request, I park in a basement rest stop on the outskirts of its city. Christine and I step out of the car. Gah. My mic is suddenly scalding. Is something nearby? Look, someone over there. A small girl steps out of the telephone box. Why's a kid outside at this time of night? Thank you for bringing me out here. This ain't night at the... We gotta talk with Aniyom. Oh yeah, glad to hear it. And the dog's going. Why do a brown young man appear stepping out of the shadows? You got the question answered, Susie. Yeah, it's okay now. Honey so is amazing though. She knows where everything is. You got that right. She helped me find my limited edition of Hero phone straps I dropped. What's up in here? What, you don't know? There's a popular idol group here. All over TV lately. I'm surprised you haven't heard. It is restricted at home. I'm sad at what you're playing. Oh, is the bus coming soon? The last bus is on its way. We better go. Big trouble with your mom's friends. Look, we went out. Yeah, it isn't for a while, but it's hard to determine their relationship. Dream from my skull is suddenly gone. Let's see, what do you think? Look, Chrissy isn't there. Hey, you there. Just how do you know that girl? And you answer, I'll report you for child abduction. Oh, there goes Christine hounding the poor guy. Just calm down. Let's see one buds. Gonna stumbled over his words. He looked flustered and overwhelmed. Lady, don't be mean to Etta. And defensively in front of him, Galeo says that he seems a lot more level-headed than the flustered guy behind her. Then they helped me, okay? I wanted to talk to Helium, so I had him come with me. It's Helium we keep mentioning. The ghost who helps find things. Say that you can talk to her from this telephone box. Yes, huh? He looked at me. We're both thinking the same thing. Earlier, the mic was hurting, so maybe. Hey, look serious. What's going on? There was the glances between us. Does this scar look familiar at all? The mark on my right arm. Hold on. What is this? It looks exactly like mine. Of one of his gloves and reveals the mark on his hand. A cursed scar. Yeah, I saw an article on it in Bookstars Monthly. Doesn't amuse it, even kills you, but that's nonsense. It's not true at all. Right? Not like you heard the rumors, but chose to not do anything about it. Yeah, it's no surprise, really. Doesn't believe it's real until your memory loses. All stuff becoming noticeable. Took one of those too. Showed up on my left wrist when he made the phone call earlier. Going up her sleeve, she shows us her mark. Those out the mark, and after calling helium. That's more than a coincidence. Well, we can't just leave him here. Let's bring him to the mansion. We tell him what's going on and ask him to go to Cujo Mansion with us. Surprisingly, it doesn't take much to get them to come. I thought it'd take more convincing. Could be easy because they missed the last bus for talking with us. We climb in. I warn Mary to stay quiet until we get back. Might be a bad idea to freak them out. First, we introduce ourselves. The band name is Etta Nakamitsu. The girl is Suza Amoyamiya. They tell us they met through the reader column in Disfigurement Monthly. Suza mentions he was interested in Henium and didn't know about what he knew. Then she pestered him into bringing her to the woman's telephone box. What to say because of her. Parents sound pretty strict. They keeps a close eye on her after school and she needs permission to go out. So she snuck out of the house after her mother went to bed. Henium is just as famous at my school as Haniko is. Etta, can you tell him about those rumors? Have to? Okay, fine. The devil reluctantly tells us at Susan's request. They're just rumors I read, but... Ugh. Okay, that actually got me. Hey, remember that one story? You know, the one about the public phone box in each city? You got a ghost that looks like a bride, and so find what you're looking for. One of my friends actually tried it. He went to the specific phone box that let you talk to ghosts. The phone suddenly started ringing. He slowly picked up the phone. But all I could hear was this real smacking noise. Unlike until... Did you see it? I heard a woman whisper, We did what the woman said to do and said, no, I haven't seen it. Sensei said, what do you want to see? His cat had gone missing, so he asked where it was. When he looked where the woman said it was really was there. So the rumors are totally true. You go ask her where my future bride is now. Oh, wanna come with me? So it's a ghost that helps you find things? I don't see how that's bad. Unless... Hang on. There. Oh. I carried Mimi from the car and gently placed her back on the
あ
sofa.
りがとうございます。
Being in your arms is not bad, but I am most calm when I am here. I can say expected that doesn't mean all this stuff about the mark is true, too? On our way over, we updated Suzu and Etta with just about all they needed to know. Not completely believable, but they're not projecting it outright either. It seems like Etta in particular has already experienced some memory loss, something about forgetting the names of anime characters or voice actors. Rin looks at him strange, but he appears to be taking it quite seriously. And Suzu snuck out of her because he believes the rumors about Hinio, leaving the occult already. I'm pretty sure they hope us find a way to escape the mark. Granted, they're also really curious about Hinio. Pardon me, but may I speak? The marks on Suzu and Etta, they are likely from Hinio. And Lady Christine, that feeling I sense from your mark is the same as theirs. So we can assume Hinio also gave the mark to you. You recall encountering her? Something weird did happen. Right before I entered the forest, I stepped into the phone box on T Mountain. The phone rang out of nowhere. Or it might be because of that. The telephone box at the rest area is also in the rumors of Hinio. But I didn't pick it up. Freaked me out, so I left. I was able to give the person one final call because of that. Who are you talking about? It is not for children to know. Fine. But there are other phone boxes like that. I think there are 3 that Helium was far from. One went to a highway parking lot if one, and one to the T Mountain West area. That's the one Miss Kristen went to. But where's the last one? At the Parkway T apartment complex. It is the only one inside the city. But why just those 3 locations? Don't know, the BBS I really didn't say anything. Mister, do you really think Kenyon was the one who gave us the marks? I'm not sure. Really? But the rumors about Henry go back 5 years, and no one ever mentioned that if you call it, you'd get a mark. Susie's right. Rumors about this mark thing only popped up super recently. So you're saying Henry haven't always been giving out the mark? True, I wonder what triggered the change. Of course, I can't really say since I don't know anything about spirits. But ghosts helping people find what they're looking for, that's pretty strange. Definitely a definition of ghost story. Hey, Mr. Yakisi, if those rumors are true, why don't we try asking where the star ancestors are? If we return them to their places, it might just save our lives. The Buddha statues. If Christine is right, we might be able to escape the mark without fighting a spirit. Millie, what do you think? A good person. Objects with human forms are easily able to gain inapplicable powers. Bleeding stone statues, cursed dolls, there are many examples. Yes, and I have no idea if this is going to do anything with that. But one such example is Robert the Doll. If you don't know what Robert the Doll is, effectively, supposedly, if you take a picture and make fun of it, everything will stop working. Pretty much, your life will pretty well be ruined until you make an apology to it. Anyway, historical statues of God and Buddha will certainly be no exception. Having henium about them will be a good idea. Those as saw before I that had the inexplicable power to talk. Maybe it wouldn't be strange that Buddha statues could bring down the band mass. Lord Yukisi, may I add, as I explained previously, your mark is different from the others. Vanquishing spirits seem to weaken your mark's power. It's been several days since he told me that I was going to die. Taking care of the spirits we encountered is likely how I'm still among the living. What are you trying to say? I cannot say what the relationship between your mark and henium is, but it is true that it is in your best interest to track down spirits. I hope you will guide these mark bearers this evening as well. Here we pictured Christine and Etta facing off against the spirit by themselves. Well, then a child would suffer the consequences that will weigh heavily on me. No turning back. I'll figure something else. Thank you. Mary bows her head slightly. Now, you should begin investigating henium. Why does he only call from 3 public phones within each city? The secret may lie in their answer. You visited the parking lot already. Please investigate T Mountain and the Park by T Pacific Complex. I have heard of stories like this where it might be going along the lines of something like yokai, where there are specific yokai that can help and specific yokai that can basically be bad. I know like something like the Toho franchise is based around both yokai legends and its own thing for like the Nakamura Kaja. I know about that, but one thing that I do know is that there are some. Well, if it's actually pretty good, here and there. I'm trying to think here. Oh, I can't think of any good yokai or anything like that. I know I might be saying something, but if these are actually based around actual legitimate rumors, like at the time, that'd be interesting. I guess let's explore the west area there, just to see if there's anything there. The phone booth stands solitary on the edge of the basement west area, and then the sea of trees stand behind it. The scene must have run into the forest as they heard the phone ring. I can hear a dog howl from nearby. It sounded sad, but I'm probably just imagining it. Jane doesn't seem bothered by it. They completely focus on the phone box. I must have gotten my mic from Henium back then, but I was completely oblivious. I wasn't exactly in a right state of mind. I would say the phone is supposed to ring if you wait for it by a while. I'm guessing waiting outside doesn't count. Probably not. It only ran after I stepped in it. But the booth is too small for 2 people. Either I or Christine will have to go in. You're not thinking I'll do it, are you? Give yourself a best left to men. Wow! Wow! Oh, come, really? Really now? We're going that route, are we? Wow! Then again, I mean, certain people do say that. But anyway. Hmm. Guess I'll have to go in. Jumped inside, and almost impossible to move around at all. I'll be a sitting duck if a spirit attacks me while I'm in here. God itself makes it hard to see the outside. That just makes me more nervous. I wonder how long I'll have to wait until the phone rings. But at the time, I glanced around at the inside of the booth. There's a poster attached to the window. Help for investigation. On the night of, I think that is February 8th, I think? I don't know if it's a year. I don't know if it's going to be like months day or day months. Either way. An assault took place in a forest nearby. If anyone has information on the case, please notify the 8th Police Department. They dated 5 years ago. Looked like something terrible happened here. The phone began to ring. I hastily reached out and picked it up. Where it sounded the dial tone. No one is speaking. What's going on? Suddenly, there's a strange noise. Grunting, smacking, like the sound of saliva as someone chews. Acting the smacking is a woman's voice. The voice is creepy, cold, and chills me down to the bone. Is this Hanio? Yeah, it's the second time. The woman's nicer say. Very seriously, I said, I haven't seen it. What do you want to see? You're exactly what the woman said. I knew I was supposed to tell you the location of whatever you're looking for. No way to ask about the Buddha statues that were stolen from Ace Fine. I'll give it a try. Buddha statue. Lord Buddha. Doesn't your arm already have the mark of Buddha on it? Tell me, you want a new Buddha? Why are you doing that? Tell me. Oh, tell me, tell me. Ah! Ah! Okay, I was not expecting that. Ah! Ah! Mmm. Ah! Oh. Hmm. The line goes dead. Yeah. Yeah, I can tell the woman screaming is still ringing in my ears. Ah. I did not expect that. Ah. Maybe having the headphones on is not a good idea from time to time. Ah. I feel sick. It might be because of my breath with that blood-curdling insanity. Why didn't she answer my question? What was different from when the others asked? My arm burns slowly, like it's reminding me it exists. Maybe this is why she was acting strangely. Maybe something to the effect that Buddha gave me this mark. Was he just too sane to differentiate between Buddha and a monstrous spirit? Or is this monk really the work of divine wrath from the Buddha statues? I'll wait a while longer, but the phone doesn't ring again. There's no point of staying in here. As soon as I leave the booth, Christine comes up to me. You don't look well. What happened? I tell Christine about my conversation with Henium. But that's not in the rumors. Christine brow furrows in confusion. Should we go check out the other phone box for now? Maybe there's a clue there. We can also see if we can ask again. Time to get lost in thought. That phone book is parked by the apartment in the other direction. Right there after stopping at the mansion. Probably wise to ask Mary what she knows, since it's on the way. Tell me what happened in the phone
お
box.
疲れ様です。
They called the spirit that cursed you with your mud Buddha. You're not saying I know what she saw, but from what you said, she would likely not respond to your question. That means he does not understand you, however. Use any means available to obtain as much information as you can.
そんな。
I see a small park tucked between all the looming apartment buildings. There's no one here. I guess everyone's already asleep. And so that's the telephone booth from the rumors. But now that I'm here, I still have no idea why Helium hung up on me. What are the rumors exactly? What did I do wrong? That's best in my head. I only hear to the gossip. Defy it. That strange voice again. Gossip, in other words, the rumors. Then if I don't follow the rumors. Suzu, go back to the car. There's something I want to try, but it might have ended up backfiring on me. Okay. Please be careful, mister. Wait 1 sec. I have a message from Etta. Oh? He says there's new information on Helium. Here it is. And Suzu hands me a note written by Etta. Don't talk about eyes or things like it when you're on the phone with Helium. If the call goes sideways somehow, don't say I, okay? It's better word anything that even sounds like I. Don't say I? There's nothing else? No, that's all. Said that he was sure it would help. I'll keep it in mind. Suzu returns to the car. Step inside and wait for the phone to ring. The poster in the booth too. The one at the west area, this looked like it had been for a few years. A young local woman was kidnapped close to the location. Who witnessed to this crime, be notified the police, MPD. The 8th, 5 years ago. I think the poster I saw at the west area had the exact same date. Coincidence? The phone rings. Receiver and slowly picked it up. You don't know it like someone chewing gum from the other end of the phone. Little boy speaks. Oh! Wait, the live or die choice? I like something sitting around outside the phone box. You saw it. You said you saw it. What color? A piece of a color. Red? Pink? Green? But what kind of person are you? What's important to you? Your dreams? Romance? Love? Which do you choose? phone goes dead. Next I know, the bloody handprint is gone, and so is the ominous presence. The question she asked me was strange, particularly anxious about what I had seen. I think I did a good job not missing anything like eyes in my answer, or the causes of what being seen. Maybe that was her secret lies. David Woods and Caesar watched this up to me. My mic suddenly started hurting. Did something happen? I told Caesar about what happened in the telephone booth. Wonder what that was about. Because in no way she knows the answer. Huh? There's something on the ground. Sure enough, there's a folded up piece of paper lying next near the booth. A piece of stationery. I don't think it was there before I went into the phone box. Picked up the paper and opened it. To Sicko. I'll dispel all of your heartache. So forget that horrible incident and take a quiet rest up in heaven. An incident? The posts I saw in the telephone booths mentioned something like that too. Could they be connected? I asked Suzu what they think. It is a coincidence, or... Suzu worried at her lip. We've gone out of the boxes now, so should we go back? Say all the Etta and Miss Christine. Yeah, we should probably head back for now. New information would add to the sewer file. Oh, welcome back. Christine is there in the garage. She's going for the files for articles on criminal cases. How did the investigation go? This is an I tell Christine what we discovered. I see. I can see Christine's mind working. Hey, Mr. Yukisi, you know the posters and that bit of stationery you found? Could they be linked to Haniome? She might have been someone who was caught up in the incident and killed. And if that's the case, then... I went over the files. The dates were 5 years ago, right? And there might be an article on what happened here in these files. Let's get Etta to help out too. Go get a move on. All four of us began reading through files, clipping range from the smallest disputes to the most heinous crime in a city, but they're all dated 5 years ago or earlier. Did they get stored in the garage because they're so old? After a while, I think I found it. The date matches the posters and the victim's name is Seko. So, Lisa lays the files out on the desk and we all peer at it. The file had articles about an incident that happened 5 years ago. The victim's name was Saiko Ashigawa. Where she committed that in the forest by his cousin on the eve of her wedding. It was in her dress when she was found. Susan, you probably shouldn't read anymore. It's pretty bad. Thanks, Etta, but I want to know more about Henium. I feel like I need to do this. She's quincing, but she sounds determined. Between this and sneaking out at night, she's a surprisingly brave kid. She's better off for someone her age. I remember now. This happened back when I used to be a news anchor. Christine muttered just loud enough to hear. Then do you know the whole story? It was horrible. It's hard to recount. A woman was abducted by a gang while she was walking her dog. They brought her to the forest and assaulted her. People found her battered and staggering along the road the next day. None of and killed in the forest when they chased after them. It's horrifying. Yeah, but that wasn't the end of Seiko Hikawaxa's misfortune. After somebody cuts in, he's usually going to know where to be found. He's well known in some circles, but was all photographed. The pictures were sent to her fiancé. They threatened to make them public if he didn't pay up. I heard he gave him a ton of money to get the photos and the negatives. True, Christine? Yeah, I heard that as well. Because of all that, Miss Sicko had a mental breakdown, and she hung herself. She's been a serious, honest woman, so she couldn't just bear it. Cruel fate of a woman attacked before her wedding. We saw silent as that reality weighs on us. Luther timidly speaks up, her face pale. Maybe there's a connection between what happened to Miss Hitsugawa and Henio's phone boxes? According to the article, the incident that wrecked her life took place near East Phone Box. She was abducted by the park and assaulted by the west area. Found wandering near the parking lot by a highway. Phone was connecting Inium and Sigurawa. The coincidence sent a shiver down my spine. So that note we found by the telephone booth. Did Psycho's fiance write it? Most likely. What's strange is that it was there and not where she committed it. Did Henium put it there? Maybe she was selling us something. I know I clear how Swiss talks, but if Susan's right, then that note is an important clue for us. I seem to recall Miss Psycho's fiance was a famous musician. As a result, the case was widely publicized at the time, and right after they returned from a romantic trip to Greece. Both ladies were sobbing about how it made all the more tragic, and the poor dog they brought on the trip died heroically as well. Where's the fiancé now? Well, he began acting strange due to the shock and then went missing. Some say her, was to follow him. But he wasn't the only one who disappeared. It sounded like all the culprits went missing too. You've heard about that online too? Well, something like that. The internet wasn't the same back then. There was only hubs. Hubs? Like pre-internet chat rooms? Everyone was talking about it on the occult hubs back then. One person in the community who knew way too much. I think it was one of the culprits. He brought up a bunch of things like taking pictures and all that. And I bet those were pictures of the assault. Yeah, that's right. After they were finished, those assholes got a camera out and took pictures of her face so secured. Garcia, don't look, don't look. Don't look, huh? Minio has an extreme reaction to being seen by others. He kept going on about it night after night until he suddenly stopped posting. People who knew him said they couldn't contact him at all. The guy deserved to die, but it's still really creepy, you know. Suddenly, a line from the note pops into my head. I'll dispel all of your heartache. Hey, Christine, do you happen to know exactly when the fourth psycho he said, I was a reporter at the time, so I did go to look into it, but that was 5 years ago, so I don't remember exactly. I feel like I went west from that big arch at the entrance. So you really gonna go? Yeah, we might be able to figure out something about henium. Okay, mister. I'll do my best. And I know I have Suzu with me, so I don't think Etta's going to go. I think Etta's going to be like the crybaby. I'm going with Suzu. Knowing her speak, I had the impression that she has been raised well, but now that I'm out alone with her like this, it's not like that, just that. How do I put it? It's a little late, but I hope we get along. Should I call you Mr. Yukishi? No, just Mr. It's fine. You can call me by my first name. It's kinda... I'm sorry, that was rude of me. That's right, she's strangely mature. Suzu, is it alright if I call you that? Yes, just Suzu is fine. Oh, okay. So what do your parents do? It's kind of out of the blue to ask that, but we might be in some life and death situations. When she's just a kid, I'd like to know what kind of person she is. Right now, I'm only living with my mom. She puts it herself every day. Puts it herself? Being such a career woman who works hard at her job? I see. Sorry for the random question. Not at all. She lives alone with her mother, who works every day, which means she's basically living alone. That might be why she's so mature. But just then, the tire hits a bump in the road. You see a square gray object in the backseat for the rearview mirror. Does that seem back there yours? No, that's Etta's. That was a CD radio cassette player. Radio cassette player? Why? She said we might need some music while we drive. Want to listen to something? No, I'll pass. Conversation grinds to a halt after that. It's like there's an invisible person between us. Otherwise, Susan finally speaks up again. It only makes sense for the conversation to turn one direction. This Mike, Did Samuel really do this? I don't know for sure, but I think that's a natural assumption. Oh, I guess so. Suddenly it dawns on me. Why does Kid not want to treat the spirit like it's evil? No, maybe just hanging him specifically. That would be the best. What would? I mean, if Daniel really was a nice spirit. Yeah, you're right. But grin at me is relieved. Smile back at her swiftly, a weight in the pit of my stomach. Is that really true that we can go through with this without anyone dying? Bottom is, that's impossible. I leave off my wrist and I watch Suzu smile out of the corner of my eye. Yeah, I really hope so. Huh? We're going in the forest? Suzu is understandably terrified. Anyone would be in her shoes. No one wants going through a dark forest at night, especially a famous spot. I'm not gonna say it. We'll be okay, so as long as we're careful. I don't believe what I said for a minute. Something you say at times like these. Yes, sir. Okay, it's supposed to be west of the gate. I look to the west of the gate again, but there's no sign of a trail. Suddenly, Suzu's face stiffened. What's wrong? Just a code. Further gate, I see low shadow dressing up from the darkness. Dog. Suddenly seems like one. He kicked up the dirt with 4 legs, but it looks off somehow. So as long as it's ever, and from sudden anger, his face looks human. Oh, don't give me a reference to that damn thing! Trust me, nobody liked that thing that happened in Fullmetal Alchemist. There's a growling softly. What is it? Are you trying to tell us something? Mom says you're not supposed to talk night to dogs like that. He's said to be firm like its master. That's how you train them. If you give it attention, the dog will think it has power over you. So ignore it and stay quiet, huh? Because that's true for humans too. Powerful people tend to ignore others. So keep that in mind. The dog barks loudly, then vanishes into the western underbrush. The moment it's gone, the chill in the air dissipates like it was never there. Was it trying to tell us that we should go that way? Maybe. I found the flashlight on the spot where the dog disappeared, and now familiar pain shoots through my wrist. There's probably not much time left. We better hurry. Let's check the bushes over there. Okay, so what this means... Doggone, I put my way into the underbrush. I spot the traces of what used to be a path. You can barely call it one at this point. This might be the closest hiking trail. Back goes west from the gate. It's really here. Is it trying to tell us about it? Who knows? Anyway, let's keep going. Seems like a relatively short map.